The rate cut path, it seems to have changed quite significantly yesterday in your mind after the action we saw yesterday. Is this a buy a dip the moment, or do you believe the market, it could fall more after this?
Oh no, I think you buy. I think you buy the dip for sure. I mean, the HCM byline, our trend indicator is positive. That had no effect on it whatsoever. I think you've got a golden opportunity here to pick up some great stocks. They got sold off to an unrealistic level where you need to be buying. I'm very bullish going into 2025. And the rate cuts. Whether we get two, whether we get three. I mean, my goodness, look at the trend. The trajectory of the trend is down, so that's a very positive thing for what the markets should be looking at.
All right, so Vance, it's easy to say buy the dip, but where are you buying the dip? I mean, the idea that we're going to get less cuts, doesn't that change some of the story when it comes to financials? Doesn't that change some of the story when it comes to industrials and other cyclical sectors?
It does. I've been saying that I like the regional banks and I like the banks, but they got pretty beat up yesterday, which isn't a bad thing. That means it's a good buying opportunity. But I would look at things like O'Reilly Auto Parts. I mean, that's a good, stable company. It's got good earnings, good growth. It's kind of diversified away from tech. And, I love tech. Frank, you and I talk about it all the time. But I think that's a good intermediate and long-term buy for an investor because, auto parts aren't going to go away. They're going to be used whether it's a good economy or a bad economy. So I'd sort of look at the companies like that. Also, okay. I love Salesforce. You and I've talked about Salesforce. It's one of my favorite stocks for 2025.
All right, so one of your favorite stocks. I want to touch on something that I don't think you and I have actually talked about, but the small caps. A lot of bullishness on small caps, and they did rally after the election for a number of reasons. But in your mind, after that big sell-off on small caps hit harder than every other part of the market pretty much. How do you view that trade going forward?
Frank, I've kind of talked about this for months and months and months, and I've been bullish on small caps if interest rates continue to drop. But man, it's been such a volatile trade. I mean, it's hard to trade the small caps because it's crazy. It's like, it's right, we're riding a crazy bucking bull. But I mean, I'm bullish long term on small caps, but I think you got to be able to, tolerate the volatility because the volatility has been incredibly high in small caps.